So welcome back to Coaching Conversations between Srividya Nagaraju and Constantine Pappas. We're continuing our series on the beauty of failure. So welcome, Sri.
Namaskar and greetings. Yes, I'm really looking forward for this session. So let's get started, Con. In the last episode, we discussed saying failure is, I'm not a failure. I might have failed in a situation and that's temporary.
Right.
Taking that forward today, so there's normally, what is the one word we all get in our mind the moment failure comes, according to me, is fear.
I think it's fear or rejection. It's not, for me, it's not falling over. It's not the actual graze, but it's how I will be looked at or perceived by others looking at me. So I think that's where fear of failure or why we possess failure. Having said that, though, Sri, I think it's healthy to know that we have that fear for a reason, and that's to protect us from doing something stupid like falling off a cliff or so forth. So taking a step back and being aware, but at the same time, ensuring that it doesn't stop us. What about you?
Very true. We need that little fear, to keep us on our toes and keep us grounded. I agree with you. But if it is beyond that, where your fear is playing more, which is stopping you from action, is where we need to stop and say, what is my real fear? Is my fear with the failure? No, most of the time it's not with the failure, but the reaction after that. Am I going to be accepted by people? What is my loss? We all have that fear of loss. Am I going to lose my name, my fame, or something more tangible, my time, or what it is? So we need to first identify what is my real fear, and is there a loss, and identify that loss first. I think the moment we identify that, we will calm down. So I know what exactly it is.
So Sri, then where does it come from?
Yes. So the second question is very, very relevant. Most of our adulthood beliefs and behavior comes from our childhood experience. I'm sure you agree with that. So maybe as a child, it could be like I went on the stage to sing a song or to recite a rhyme as a child. And one of my, another friend laughed at me. Whether they laughed at me or not, I don't know. But they laughed for whatever their own reasons. But I will assume they laughed at me. Or my teacher said, no, this is not good. So teacher would have told, this is not good. But my interpretation could be, I am not good. Okay. So, and we hold on to it so much that we continue. The message here, we need to understand very clearly, yes, we might have done some mistakes or not done so well. So the past is not necessarily equal to future. Maybe that time I was not good enough. I'm sure we know, right? When both of us started these series, the recordings were initially very difficult. We were not good at it. But that doesn't mean we said, we are not good. We said, okay, let's get better. Let's get better. We learned it. So past is not is equal to future is something message we need to learn. Before that, identify where does it come from. So tell me, what do you think?
When I was a child, I didn't possess as much fear as I do now, ironically, at times. But it's just like, as you said, these episodes is taking a risk and being willing to take that risk and being willing to fall over and graze ourselves. So it comes from the past, but it's learning to acknowledge it.
I mean, maybe it's okay. Our episodes, it may not be accepted by everyone. Let's be realistic. So the choice we have is to focus on people who are liking it, or focus on people who are not liking it, or sheer focus on saying, I want to express myself, so I just want to express it. So we have a choice. Where do we focus on?
There's three key bullets here. Number one, do we fear rejection or do we really fear failure? So making that distinction. Number two, where it comes from is really it gets ingrained in our past. And the third point is not necessarily just pushing it away or trying to get over the fear, but it's just acknowledging, hey, you know what? I'm just noticing this right now. I fear. And to get up and take a small risk.
Right. So, and past is not as equal to future.
Past is not equal to future. Bingo. It helps us and it builds us up, but does not mean that we're going to replicate the past. So Sri, thank you.
I'm sure we will continue. There's so much more to it. We shall continue in the next episode. Thank you so much, Con. Namaskar and greetings.
Thanks, Sri.